dislike tonight, and what did you like?
I did not like the start. They came out and gave it to us pretty good, obviously, in the first quarter. Thought we responded a little bit in the second, but we really responded, obviously, in the second half. Play with more force, started getting some stops. That allowed us to get out, get some easy baskets, and share the ball. I thought our ball movement was really good in the second half, too. I think we had 16 assists in the second half. So our ball was really, pace was good. We were attacking the paint, kicking out to shooters. But you can't start games like that. Hard to keep up.
Specifically, what did your team not do well at the start?
We just didn't play with the force that we would have liked. They got some easy baskets in transition. We didn't close to their shooters well enough, but we just didn't have the necessary force to start. But we got that in the second half.
That third quarter, you guys started out with multiple stops that allowed you guys to get out in transition, get some offense going. Was it as simple as getting those stops on the defensive end, or what was there more to it that allowed you guys to get that rhythm you were looking for?
No, we changed our disposition, the stops, and then we're able to get out and run. We got talented guys offensively. We can do that. When you're taking the ball out of the net the whole game, it's not easy to play that way. So it's definitely started with our defense. I think it was 5 or 6 stops at the beginning of the third quarter that helped us get going. But guys responded well, but got to be better to start the game. Yeah, we got much more organized. We were flowing into things. We were kicking the ball ahead, which we wanted to do. That really helps us when we just get that ball out and throw it ahead to our guys, and we trust the pass. And you could see that we were able to score pretty well in the second half. He's just returning. He has only played in a few games, so we're just ramping him up as he goes. This is only really his third game that he's played since coming back off the calf, but thought the minutes were good for him tonight.
Second half, you switched him more on Giannis. What led to the switching?
We tried some different things. We went small with JC for a little bit. You saw Kyshawn was in foul trouble, so we switched the matchups a little bit. I thought he got him a few times, but Alex did a good job in a couple of possessions too. But obviously he's a load. Good player.
Alex, the double-double, but didn't take a three tonight, which is much different than what we saw from him last season. Does that kind of go into how he has looked at the game a little bit different with seeing what the defense is offering him and taking that rather than taking the shot he wants to take?
Yeah, I think he was good just attacking the rim. I think he had a couple ones that I thought he got fouled on too, just attacking, which was what we want to see. He's going to shoot threes. As we start to get more chemistry on our team, he's going to take them. We want him to take them, but we want him to put pressure on the rim, and I thought he did that tonight.
Tonight, obviously, the talk going into it was about Khris's return. I noticed multiple times in huddles he would sit with guys and talk them through things. He obviously knows his scouting report on Milwaukee very, very well. The leadership he showed on a night that was about him, but making sure he poured into the guys. What does it say about who he is and a type of player that you have in him?
Not surprised. This guy's an amazing guy, amazing character, like I said before the game. Obviously that's a big moment for him coming back to this place, and I thought they gave him a nice standing ovation, which was nice to see. But it didn't affect him. He just played his game and was like the teammate that he is, always is, and obviously he was pretty productive out there. So not surprising by Khris Middleton.
What do you think of Tre Johnson's minutes tonight?
Good. Obviously you can see what he can do, putting some pressure on defenses with his shooting ability, his off-ball movement. Thought he was aggressive. That's what we want him to be. Good first game.
You talk about the poor start and how always you guys were lacking his position change in the second half. What wasn't there in the first half? Was it a mentality thing? Was it a intensity thing? What led to the lack of goals?
Who knows? I don't know the answer to that. But I'd like the change. That's the thing that matters the most, is that I'd like the character in our room. We made a change. We made a mindset shift at the half, and we saw that what we're capable of doing. Like I said, we got to do that the whole game. You got to start games. That's really important to start games that way. So, got another challenge next day down in Dallas. But I liked our competitive response in the second half.
When he picked up that fourth foul, a lot of coaches would elect, especially with a young player, to take him out just to try and save him. You elected to keep him in. Was it a challenge to see how he could handle it and to see what he could do, knowing he was playing a little bit of Russian roulette, if you will?
Just because I trust him, and he was playing well, and you're going to have to play like that in big games. So I trust our guys to play smart. We only gave him probably a couple more minutes out there, but that group was flowing pretty good. I didn't want to disrupt that, but Kyshawn's smart enough to play, had about 4 fouls.
Kyshawn, did you feel like the difference in that game was the start of the game?
Yes.
Can't remember the run they went on, but we didn't start the game how we wanted to as a team. Wasn't physical enough. Let them run their offense and get the shots they wanted, which were corner threes, and they made them. Congrats to them. But yeah, I mean, we didn't start the game well. We won the second half, but it shows the importance of the start of the game.
What do you chalk that up to? Do you chalk that up to 3 preseason games only, or what?
No excuse at all. I just think we need to come up more ready. That's it. First game, not first game. 3 preseason games, 10 preseason games, don't matter. Start a game how you're supposed to start a game.
What do you think was lacking when you guys started the game that way?
Communication, physicality, and just being, the aggressor. I think we weren't getting much offensively, and then they just did the offense with no resistance.
You mentioned you guys won the second half. What shifted for you all, especially on the defensive end? It seemed like the first 5 or 6 possessions you guys got stops were able to get outrun.
I mean, you said it. We got stops. Communicated as a team, got physical, tried to disrupt a little bit, got a couple steals, and I think that's the way we need to start the game. And if you get stops, you start winning.
How do you try to make that shift so that it's not trying to get back in that third quarter and fourth quarter, and it comes from the beginning of the game?
I think leadership and just in general, just being ready mentally, doing your preparation and knowing that we're coming to play, and we need to be able to, when the ball goes up, we got to be ready to play.
I don't think fans really understand that coming off the bench is just a whole different mindset maybe. How do you come out hot or like have your shot going after you've been cold for 8 minutes, 10 minutes?
Just trying to remember what I did, warm-ups, layup lines. Still trying to remember the same touch I had. I was kind of shooting good then, so I feel like if I just did the same things, I'd be all right on the court.
When is the last time you came off the bench before the preseason?
I was like 5th grade. Yeah.
How long did it take you? When did you feel like you got your rhythm? Was there a specific shot or moment?
The first corner 3 I got, or no, yeah, I feel like that helped me get my rhythm. Just seeing the ball go through the net.
I remember back in the preseason you mentioned that first game you felt like you didn't come out as quick as you wanted to. How did you feel coming into this one, especially on the defensive end?
Felt all right. Solid, could have been better for sure. They had too many points the first half for sure. We came back, played better defense in the second half.
The emotions of tonight.
Yeah, it was a lot. Since I saw the schedule, saw it was the first game. I mean, since then, this night was going through my mind. It was almost a perfect night if I would have got the win, or we would have got the win. But to get that type of recognition, appreciation from, the city, the organization, that meant the world to me. Thankfully, I didn't cry, but I heard some of my family members cried and friends cried and whatnot. And, that means a lot to me that, they all feel a part of this, and they all felt like, they were back at home.
As you left the court, you were raising your arm to the crowd. At one point, you kind of pointed your arm a little bit after the video aired. Just want to kind of get back, show your appreciation.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I wanted to share my love also. I mean, I think a lot of people know I was, heavily in this community, trying to find ways to, get out, reach out to people, get to know people. And to get a standing ovation on the road doesn't happen often. So I wanted to make sure that they knew how to acknowledge them, even though I really don't, speak too much or do too much. But, that really meant a lot. I think that's every player's dream, to get a standing ovation, no matter where they're at.
You got 3 to be exact. When you were introed, then after the tribute video, when you walked off the floor, Tre said he'll remember the fact that his rookie debut was the same night he made your return, and Kyshawn went as far to say that he now aspires to have the type of career he did, to have the recognition you had.
Yeah.
You have only been here for a handful of months since the trade, and you've already made that much of an impact on such a young team. What does that say about who you are, not just as a player, but as a human, and wanting to lead?
I just, try to lead by, what I do, lead by example. And the fact that, they saw that is cool. I mean, I always hope that they can have something like that in D.C. I mean, I think they saw, all the accolades up there, the tribute video, and they know I try to preach them that winning, solves a lot of problems and helps, a lot of different ways. And, when you win a championship for a city, when you do many things, great things for a city, for a team, they will also get that same love. So that's something I hope they all get to go through at some point in their careers.
Khris, you said that you tried to envision kind of what the night would be because kind of all perfect. Did any part of it sort of surprise you going through the night?
Yeah, I think walking in, they had the band, the entertainment crew welcome me in. Played the Cash Money song, For the Love of the Money by the OJs. I think that was pretty cool. Caught me off guard. So no, that was definitely something. I definitely didn't think I was going to walk into this building and have that, but have that type of welcoming here before the game was special.